I welcome you now to financial aptitude. So you have made it this far, and you now know how to preserve your wealth, conserve your wealth, multiply your wealth, and now you have some positions of like some assets within your company, some liabilities. If it's not so, you have not taken the other steps, but let's go forward and let me teach you a better way now to convert what you already have into a vehicle that will fund what your future endeavor, converting liabilities to assets. Now I want us to look deep into the structure of our finances at a deeper level and see the flaws and the mistakes we can mitigate and where we can improve. I call this financial aptitude. We pivot to a higher corporate level where our personal finances and corporate finances are intertwined, and we find a way to improve our corporate income while minimizing personal expenses, and it is one most important thing in our lives. Now we have an income statement and a balance sheets. Both of these now, it shows you how you spend, it shows you how you save, it shows you how you invest, it just shows you who you really are. So your finances, they're a true representation of who you are at a macro level. Because all of these influential things that's now, they cause you now to purchase, they cause you now to make certain decisions. So through it you can find out who you are. Now it shows both income and expenses and assets and liabilities respectively. If you have a house, a car, a phone, laptop, tablet, or any of the positions in your personal name, I suggest you put it under the corporation or maybe your company as the proprietor to increase now the asset value of the company. That is quite important if you want to use it now as a financial ladder. You can look for a place to rent. Use your house as an Airbnb or rent it out on a yearly lease, like the month, so you can receive some monthly income. Or you can use one room in your house to live in and rent the rest as an Airbnb and find a tenant. So now you've converted your house into what? From being a liability, thing that takes money out of your pocket, into an asset, something that brings money into your pocket. Now those are the best ways, but here's another valuable and better way to play the game. You can either add your place as incubating the business office, of which will help with tax deduction. And to do that, you have to check the zoning laws first, because there are always zoning laws in the area where you reside. You always have to check this before now you take a step forward. And you can always fight it. You can do fights like rezoning. You can fight it there, mostly with the homeowners association. So you can either live in one room, rent the others, and add a business home office to it. So killing many birds with one stone. That is another way you can do it. Now your house is now an asset that can produce cash, and it saves you money on taxes, and it appreciates in value. And remember, when there are place houses there which they are leasing, the value of the community increases, so that's your property will increase. So they also look at the other aspects like that. And this can serve as cash bearing asset that you can use to fund your business. So you have to think smart. Now, I want to talk about the unperceived liabilities and expenses. Now, the car is a liability because it depreciates in value every year. Yeah, a car quickly depreciates. It loses value quickly. The minute, like I say, maybe you bought a car and it was delivered to your yard, from the truck. The minute it sets ground on your place, or the minute you start an engine, it start depreciating. Imagine you bought a thing, loving and say, oh, it's an asset, it's nice, but now it has lost its value. Because if you say maybe you drive it for a weekend, you take it to a dealer, you never get the same price that you bought it with, because it will be below. Now it has gained some mile, or it calls some mileage. There it is. So it depreciates in value every year. It requires insurance, a maintenance plan, fuel and security fee. And now to account for that, you can utilize the examples I have detailed in the previous module on how now you cannot monetize it. Because I've informed you now you can use like the transport industry, how what you can do, how you can move through those fields. You can utilize those ideas I've shared with you. Now, let me give you something really smart. You know how like even like the rich people, the billionaires, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, I'll give you a simple example. Many of them like they even like lost millions through when they got now into divorce. And they say it seems hard now to like say to a woman the love of your life, say, hey, wifey, let's sign a prenup. So it's become like a hard thing. Because now a prenup also like it helps now when you coming together. You only take out the things that you acquired throughout the marriage. So that you make sure that the person that is marrying you really loves you or don't love you. So another thing now, if you want to work on trust, but yet also not fully trust the person. Though you love the person, you cannot like fully trust her. You know, men, we are dudes, we don't just take all of our love and throw it there. Same as women, they always have open options. It's just like that. Though it's love, but it's not like over trust. Because you know, we are all flawed, we are humans, we all make mistakes. Sometimes when we found at a certain state where we are low, and that might be overtaken by a certain thing. So that's the truth of it. Not just like someone else, not be like faithful or not. Nah, it's not just like this. Just like something I wanted you to know before I state this statement. Now, it's best to own nothing personally and have everything owned by the company. So increase what? Your personal worth. Because in the company you can get stock, remember. You can get stock in the company, the dividends. And don't opt for an income. Once you get an income now, they boom those taxes. You can just charge things under your company. Because now when you own stock now changes in value based on the position of the company in the market. So you can always leverage your stock now for other endeavors. Like maybe you want to invest in other things, you can leverage it like with a bank, so you can get some money against it and buy something. Similar to what Elon Musk did. Elon Musk, when he wanted now to buy Twitter, he didn't have just say cash or anything. He used what's his Tesla stock that he have. And they leveraged it against now the bank and say, here's my stock that I own. I want this amount of money, I want to purchase this. So the bank was like, hey, we get you, we'll give you the money that you want. Boom, they gave him they gave him the money and they made the purchase. Now he owns what? Twitter. It's a smart move, just a smart move. Now, this will protect you from personal financial attack. Remember, the minute your name grows and becomes something dominant globally, there are people always who are there to get you. It's just like that. The people will always be there to get you. So this will protect you against what financial attacks. It's just nothing. They cannot do anything to you personally. Even for example, say your company gets insolvent. They cannot like attack you personally. They just attack the other thing, so the company can protect itself. Can maybe like dissolve like your stocks, or maybe can like your assets, is also like collateral. And there's another thing important. When you own like a property company, they can now like you can sell the company without selling your properties. But it's just like thing I want you to know. You're getting it like in the future module. So let's continue. Now you can protect yourself in the company. So this is like a shield that you hide behind. Indeed, it is a shield. And they cannot come to you personally. So you're forever protected. Because remember, corporates, they have many lawyers. So you are protected. They cannot do anything to you. Because everything is tied to the business. Now, your net worth will be attached to the value of the business. So the value of a business will show what your net worth. So they are billionaires or anything, but they own nothing personally because of their businesses that they own, the stock option, everything. It's all the net worth of the things that they own, those assets. It's what now defines what's their net worth. And remember, if a company evaluation is just some insidious thing. But like it's not like really realistic. So now if I say I want to buy a company that is valued maybe like at $1 billion, It's not like they have that billion cash, like they will cash in like a billion rand cash, for example, as a capital, or maybe like some money in the bank. It's just a valuation. It's just another mindset thing that the rich they played. Yeah. So you can make money even through there. It's just something hits now a certain market cap. You can sell a company and gain a lot of bucks. Or that's where income doesn't meet the standard, but it's just like a future option, seeing how much you can produce. Maybe let's say this month you can acquire this amount of clients, giving us this certain amount of money. Maybe in 5 to 10 years, how much money will you make? Will we make? Just all those things, and that's estimates, like calculation, predictions, probabilities. I know you had it stats as a young one. Look, now it's coming back to you to hit you back in the car. Pow. So now your net worth will be attached, as I've said, to the value of a business, and when you sell it in the future, you will charge the value of the company, not the revenue, not the asset value. You see, it's a nice game. It's just a game. So don't take it personally. Leave your emotions at the door. Now you have been told that owning a house is a token of success. Exactly. They told you what success is. It's all that facade which the Rockefellers they spread across the whole world, telling you what success seems like. Owning a lot of houses is a success. A lot of cars is a success. A lot of watches is a success. A lot of clothes, a lot of this, more and more and more. That's not success. You as an individual should define for yourself what success means to you. And that is a hard thing to do, because now we are always distracted with these things they gave us, cell phones. Yeah, always distracted by scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Don't even get time to think and be with our own intuition. That is another thing. And these things are dangerous. They track each and every move we make. Have you seen, like when you say maybe you're searching for a place and they say it's full, it's have high traffic. Because they use GP now, it coordinates on your phone. They track every one of us. They see how many phones are close to each other. So they know now, this means now this place is busy because many phones are there. And they tap the phones, they listen to your camera, they view you through your camera, they listen to your speaker. And it's just everything is a business. You are a business. So it's just those kind of things. But I didn't want to talk about this, just wanted you to note it so you can make sure you put security up front. You have to be secure. Because this world is... I just stopped playing, yeah. Now, there's another thing. Let me show you. The building depreciates in value. And here are a few. Yes, the buildings, they do depreciate. I thought it didn't now. Now, it's the way a building can depreciate now is through physical deterioration. Let's say maybe like some structural alteration, the roof, maybe the tiles, the cracks, maybe like the painting is peeling off. So the value deteriorates, goes down, it depreciates. The appliances that we have, they depreciate in value. The maintenance, like the utilization of the space, also now depreciates in value. The furniture value, and it eats a lot of money in your pocket without you even noticing. So to those who own homes, yeah, that's what you have on your side. Now, if you rent, you are forced to mind every bit of your finances. Yes, if you live like in a rental, every finances, how you earn money that you spend, you have to take note of it. Now, while having income from the building, you see, another one, the best thing. So you leave your house, you go rent, and you make sure building will be a money thing. It will bring you some money in the pocket. So this will give you a freedom of location. You can travel wherever you wanna go. You're not fixated in a single place, and that is another advantage. Now the price of freedom is creative financial planning and investment. Now try by all means to create now a working organization structure, but I will tell you more about that on the next module where I teach you the monopoly. Because hey, I can't leave you like that, bros. I have to teach you monopoly. Now the mind is an important asset and the worst liability. I believe our minds are fixed now after we have learned financial literacy. Because you have financial literacy now, your mind is fixed. You can think properly and plan properly. Because that's the basic thing that you need to look at. So now, a man, a woman who cannot control his mind, rather, is doomed to be a slave to it. If you cannot accept or you accept authority over your mind, you be a slave to it. It will control you. So your mind can either be your sanctuary or a prison. So you choose. You need to discipline your mind to commit. Yes, like commit and say, I want to say this thing through, I'll work on this. No matter the negativity, no matter how I feel, no matter like how things become, I'll just see it through. That is a hard thing now to do in this present era. But it's quite important. And there will always be doubts and fear. Because we are humans, we don't have to lie to one another. We always have doubts and fear. Sometimes even something that's working, you won't see that it's working because sometimes get consumed by the moment. Second, now you need to control your thoughts. Now most of the pains come from imaginations. Like what you imagine in your mind causes a lot of pain than what is happening in reality. And you have to cheer for you before anyone else. Remember, think about something, this will go wrong, this will happen, this is like this, like this, like this. It's all in your mind and then you become sad. And yet, nothing happened the whole day. All your thoughts are just coming and kind of they come and go. And be like, and now an important thing you have to notice in this now. Those things that become a pattern long term. So don't get like driven into that foolish way of thinking. Though it is when you're having it, it's pretty hard. Sometimes you might feel like you're in prison, you can't escape it. So you always have the power. That's the truth of it. Everything is within your control. Now, all of these things will help to build what? Self-trust. You have to believe in yourself. And positive winning mindsets of a winner. Now, another thing. Choose your partner wisely. I'll say it again. Choose your partner wisely. Now you need to choose a good mother or a father for your children. Because it is all an investment. We invest in friendship and relationship, emotions. So you need to now choose the right partner, the right mother or father for your children, not a good wife or husband for you. Yeah? Now family is an asset. You invest to it time, you invest your time, your money, your love, your energy, your mind, emotions, body and spirit. It's important to invest wisely because this will influence your future. So don't be too quick to rush even though you're not ready. Nah, don't fall into the thing of like FOMO. So avoid FOMO, fear of missing out. Now, it is the number one thing that leads to unhappiness. There are many people are happy. You see like maybe like for example social media, they're posting happy photos and you find that they are miserable because they are actors, they are acting before your eyes. It's just that now you're seeing it on your phone, you'll be like, it's real. No, they're still acting. Yeah, there are a lot is like a huge now thing of like unhappiness roaming the world. Many people are unhappy. It's because now they rush too quickly into certain decisions. But they're the fear of missing out. Want to catch up to their friends, catch up to the status, catch up to many things while it was yet not time. Because a good thing at a wrong time can become a bad thing. Now regret will eat you, will haunt you, have some sadness and depression, and boy, that's why like it's plummeting now the number of people who have like commit suicides. Because of all of these making foolish decisions early, comparing ourselves to what we see on the internet, while failing to know that each individual is unique. Nobody's like unto you. There's never been one like you, and there'll never be one like you. So you are only you. Oh, you see how nice this thing is? Now, take your time with your choices and vet thoroughly as you vet the companies you invest in.